Today I'm gonna teach IPA sounds in English. English have 44 sounds and we put them into 3 as vowels, consonants, and diphthongs. Today I'm gonna show sounds with its transcription and with an example of it, and I will state is it voiced or voiceless, and I'm gonna say its place of articulation and manner of articulation. Now to know a sound is voiced or voiceless, we have to feel a vibration to our throat. While we pronounce a sound, if our throat vibrate, we call voiced, and if it doesn't, we call unvoiced or voiceless. The place of articulation is where sounds comes from our mouth, and the manner of articulation is about to airstream. First, we will begin with vowels. Our first vowel is long E, as you see. An example of it is sheep, and it's a voiced sound because when we say E, our throat is vibrate, and its place of articulation is front, and its manner of articulation is close. Our second vowel is short E, like as in ship, not sheep, it's just ship. And it's voiced sound. In fact, all vowels are voiced. Its place of articulation is front and its manner of articulation is close. Let's continue with other vowel. It's short E, as in pen. It's voiced sound and its place of articulation is front and its manner of articulation is mid. Our next vowel is short O, as in clock. It's voiced sound and it comes from back, and its manner of articulation is open. Let's look at long O, as in ball. It's voiced, as you know, and its place of articulation back, and its manner of articulation is mid. This vowel is short U, as in book, and it's voiced, and its place of articulation is back, and manner of articulation is close. Our other vowels is long U, as in boot. It's voiced, and its place of articulation back, and its manner of articulation is close. It is as in girl. It's voiced, and it comes from the center of our mouth, and its manner of articulation is mid. Our last vowel is shua, and its symbol is like that. Its example is but. It's voiced sound and it comes from center of our mouth, and its manner of articulation is mid. Now it's time to look up some diphthongs. Our first diphthong is O, as in phone. Its voiced sound and its place of articulation is front, and its manner of articulation is close. Our second diphthong is O, as in loud. It's voiced and its place of articulation is back, and its manner of articulation is open. Let's move on with other diphthong. It is I, as in fine. Its voice sound and its place of articulation is center, and its manner of articulation is mid. Our other diphthong is A, as in male. Its voice sound, and it's also a center voice because it comes from our center of our mouth, and its manner of articulation is mid. Our other diphthong is yeah, as in yeah. Its voice sound and its place of articulation is front, and its manner of articulation is close. Other sound is oo, as in pure. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is also front, and its manner of articulation is also close. Another one is oi, as in toy. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is center, and its manner of articulation is mid. Our last diphthong is ea, as in chair. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is front, and its manner of articulation is close. Now it's time for the consonants. Our first consonant is p, as in pen. It's unvoiced sound because when you say p, our throat isn't vibrate, so we can call unvoiced. It's bilabial. Its place of articulation is bilabial because when we try to say p, our both lips is touching each other, and its manner of articulation is plosive. Sound is b, as in baby. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is bilabial because, as I stated before, our both of lips are touching each other when we say b. And its manner of articulation is plosive. Our next consonant is g, as in garden. Its voice sound and its place of articulation is velar. That means our back of tongue is used against the soft palate. Its manner of articulation is plosive. Our next consonant is s, as in sun. It's unvoiced because when we say s, our throat isn't vibrate. Its place of articulation is alveolar because our tip of tongue is used close to the alveolar ridge. Its manner of articulation is fricative. Our next consonant is z, as in zoo. Its voice sound and its place of articulation is also alveolar, and its manner of articulation is also fricative. Another consonant is t, as in table. Its unvoiced sound, its place of articulation is alveolar, and its manner of articulation is plosive. Is the, as in door. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is alveolar, so that means our tip of tongue is close to the alveolar ridge. Its manner of articulation is plosive. Next consonant is k, as in K. Its unvoiced sound, its place of articulation is velar, and its manner of articulation is plosive. Our next consonant is sh, as in shoe. Its unvoiced sound and its place of articulation is palato-alveolar. That means our tip of tongue is touching alveolar ridge. Its manner of articulation is fricative. J, as in television. Its voice sound and its place of articulation is also palato-alveolar, and its manner of articulation is fricative. The next one is ch, as in ch. Its unvoiced sound, its place of articulation is palato-alveolar, and its manner of articulation is affricative. The next one is j, as in January. It's voice sound, and it's also a palato-alveolar sound, and its manner of articulation is affricative. The other consonant is f, as in fan. Its unvoiced sound and its place of articulation is labiodental. We call that labiodental because it articulates with lower lip touching upper front teeth, and its manner of articulation is fricative. The next one is v, as in when. It's voice sound, and it's also a labiodental sound because when we pronounce it, our lower lip touching upper front teeth, and its manner of articulation is fricative. Is w, as in window. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is velar, and its manner of articulation is approximate. Other consonant is u, as in yellow. Its voice sound and its place of articulation is palatal. That means front of the tongue is touching close to the palate, and its manner of articulation is approximate. Our next consonant is h, as in hat. Its unvoiced sound and its glottal because when we sound it, the sound comes from space between local chords, and its manner of articulation is fricative. Our next consonant is theta. We pronounce it as th, as in thin. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is dental, so it means it made by touching the front of tongue to the upper teeth, and it's fricative. The next consonant is at. We pronounce it the, as in feather. It's a voice sound, and its place of articulation is dental because our front of the tongue is touching to the upper teeth, and its manner of articulation is fricative. Our next consonant is m, as in mouth. Its voice sound and its place of articulation is bilabial because when we articulate it, our both lips is touching each other, and its manner of articulation is nasal. Our other sound is n, as in nose. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is alveolar, and its manner of articulation is nasal. The other consonant is egma. The egma sound, as you can see in the example, we pronounce it as ring. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is velar, and its manner of articulation is nasal. The next consonant is l, as in leather. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is alveolar, and its manner of articulation is lateral. Let's move on to our last consonant, also our last sound, r, as in rain. Its voice sound, its place of articulation is palato-alveolar, and its manner of articulation is approximate. And those were IPA sounds in English. Thanks for watching. Bye.